sorry,
Start the-
technical things, we thought we had it, and we have it now, but
Okay,
it's going on in
okay.
and out, so, sorry.
I'm not done yet.
We want to let you know, we really appreciate your
Yeah.
patience
Okay.
and the poetry.
Not the mildew winner, mildew
Yeah,
winner.
not easy.
Yes.
There's a Vietnam vet living back east. Calluses grow hard but never grow straight. Lives in a brick tenement slated for demolition if the county can ever find the money. One-room apartment, mildew in winter, oven in August. The elevator's broken, but the unit's rent-controlled. One day he shot his TV set. Time to change channels once and for all. He gets up early now, drinks his coffee, waits for morning light to come peeking through the drawn window shades. Darkness, light, the disorder of your touch like a flash flood in the desert. But then I'm always in touch, and so are you. All that receptivity can break you apart, or it can be the greatest blessing. Tempest rage in the quietest of rooms. Roses grow best near the scarring. All clenched up and going crazy. Am I giving birth? Must be the jewels hardening inside. I fell off the train and I can't swim. Everyday world tipping deeper into completion. Climate change, species extinction, blind woman lurching into her future, white cane tapping in the dark, lions and bears licking her hand. Bottle is broken, tide ebbing out, seashells spinning in the sand. I buried my seed and now I can't find it, lilies of the valley blossoming throughout the land. Sleeping Beauty, your alarm is ringing. My words hang at the back of the cave, already half formed, even if I lack the means to speak them. Your beast of forgiveness is wild and starving. Your last breath holds your perfect love. I'd wash your brain with light and grace, but the world is doing that already. Life waking up through the in-between spaces.
That's the title poem.
In between spaces. Okay, I got one more short one.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, didn't I tell you? I told you.
You told us.
All right.
Damn it.
This one's called Bolinas Ridge, which is in West Marin. The open grasslands of Bolinas Ridge, oak trees, pasture land, silence of the afternoon, dusty, warm on shoulders and arms. There is a hiddenness to this light, the timeless folded inside the realm of time. My body feels this, the parts of me that are silent, but so much more than emptiness. One might submit, like a bowing, for just an instant, for the deepening is a gift, the other side of the exchange. This land holds memories of the Ohlone and Miwok, early white settlers, Scottish and Portuguese, dairy farmers, marriages and deaths, babies being born, a heart radiance, like a wave, a resonance, a gentle quickening, flock of birds launch off as one. And the land holds this prayer, seeds of the timeless inside the husk. A lower tone, soft and slow, a stripping away like a purification, down to the roots, the ancestors, that forgotten piece of time, so intimate, so grounding. Like a tree that has blossomed, then gone dormant, not so much in the birthing, it's more in the releasing. The trees and the grass, they are the monks of this land, holding the joys and the sorrows, bright in the moment, then gone just as quick. Love is like that, chaotic, never forgotten, tenderly braided into the flesh of the wilderness. Under the gibbous moon, seeds of the future wait for the fire. I'm just pasture land, I soak up the moments with their little golden threads, plowing the earth with my minor sufferings, my minor insights. A piece of sparkle, a bit of serpentine, stops me for an instant. I clean it up, put it in my pocket, then I move on.
Please close it in.
Thank you.
Do you have books with you?
I do have some books.
Yeah,
I got
some
a
books
few
with
books.
it, just letting you know. I'm going to come up here and just say one. Give him another round of applause. He goes down there. So let me just very briefly thank you for the kindness and the patience with the technical issues. We found out that it wasn't the computer. It wasn't the modem. It was the local delivery system that has nothing to do with those parts. And so it's working now. I'm going to let it run. So when you're taking our short break here, this thing is still running. I'm just going to let it run. Not going to touch anything. Let it go. So we're at 5 minutes. We'll be back. And it's a wonderful evening, wonderful time. Schmooze as you lose. No, wait a minute. Schmooze as you like. There you go. We'll be back.
Anyone who
Same.
hasn't signed in that wants to read in the second half, please do so now.
Happy New Year.
That's so funny. Use that word.
Yeah, we got you. We got you. Okay, if they're looking, I will say that on the phone, but when they get up, they have to like this. So you just gotta let it in. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, all right. Yeah, so the way yeah, I meant the just disruption. Yes, there's a few that I won't name names. Yes, I know these people.
Anyone who hasn't signed in, booty jam.
I don't know how many people will show up for the second show. And I will tell you liked every one of them, so just letting you know. Yeah. Depends.
I gave you an extra minute. I gave you an extra minute.
I was getting a good shirt.
I gave you an extra minute.
It was done. Not done, it's finished. Benito. Are you quoted here? Oh, we gotta find out. Come on, you get quoted, but who's going to the bed once? Really, I know. There's one night we like to do more than bending. Reshaping perhaps. This is science fiction story. And the heart of the science fiction story is this alien comes down, blah, 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 blah. And human helps not the alien uses this crown. It's like a crystal crown. And allows him to get rejected to other people who completely control their life. He might have, because they took a lot of stuff. Yeah. But the point was, he could then do whatever he wanted to do in the world, and no one knew it. I want that crown, is what I'm saying. There's a guy in Iran from the $20 to kill him. Only 3 million. Come on, Jimmy. He costs like a $500,000. They're talking about a $500,000 over 4 years. Jimmy, 20 million. But is it in gold? That's what I'm saying. Yes. And here and there, I was the one who wrote this. Take it from I know, boy, I tell you. Patterson. This is fun. The insult generator. Oh, that's right. You're coming out. So we're trying to do like less than 4 minutes of the math. Less than 4 minutes. He's going to I'm just letting you know. So let me just see if that I frame myself.
This irks me.
So, Tommy, am I framed in there? No, don't do it. Do it with this. Just like, oh, see what I'm saying? Is that good?
That's better.
All right, thank you.
Much better. Before
Well,
you're.
now I have to starting them all here.
Isn't this wrong?
That's down on Noriega, all the way almost at the beach.
No. I mean, Gus with it should just be an apostrophe, not an F.
Well, Gus owns the market.
No. Grammatically.
Oh.
Putting an apostrophe S after an S is not
Well,
grammatically.
the name Gus only has one S, so I think you're right.
I'm doing
Where's the beeper happening?
right here.
Can someone? I'm going to introduce you and then
Yeah,
I'm
I
going to
was
do something
just
very quick.
asking.
Yes. Yeah, I have stuff for today, but I can use them for next time.
Because I was just offering, because it's the only stuff I do. Okay, so one down.
Hollis Brown, he lived on the outside of town. Hollis Brown, he lived on the outside of town. With his wife and 5 children, had his cabin broken down. He looked for work and money, oh, he walked a ragged mile. He looked for work and money, but he walked a ragged mile. Children were so hungry that they don't know how to smile. The rats got your flower, that buddy got your mare. Rats got your flower, that buddy's got your mare. Is there anyone who knows? Is there anyone who cares? There's 7 breezes blowing all around the cabin door. 7 breezes blowing all around the cabin door. 7 shots rang out like the ocean's pounding roar.
Nobody's listening
There's
to you.
7 people dead on a South Dakota farm. 7 people dead on a South Dakota farm. Somewheres in the distance, there's 7 new people born. That's Bob Dylan. We're going to go into the second half now. I mean, almost fall off my feet here. Karen Malin, we're going to be kicking us off. So have a seat, please, so we can get started, ready, aim, and all that stuff. My mom said not to tell this joke, so I'm not going to tell it. Good. Thank you. And have a seat, please, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get ready. There we go. All right. Oh, yeah, let me screen her. There we go. You know I thought.
Welcome back. Thank you,
Welcome
Dan.
back,
Thank
ladies
you,
and
Dan, for that
gentlemen.
extraordinary. Okay. Thank you very much for that great intro. We're in for a fantastic second half. Yay!
There we go.
Okay. I'm going to do a couple of. I'm sort of. I start and I end. I have to be really tight in this and do not too much talking. Of course, we had a very special Monday commemorating Martin Luther King Jr. So I'm going to do that first. And this one quote from him: "Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase." And excuse me. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So those are relatively unknown quotations from Martin Luther King. A step into faith. Martin Luther King Jr. would have us take a first step onto a staircase of faith. Faith in humanity, faith in love, faith in possibilities far beyond our simple vision. He would have us believe in the reality of justice, the reality of love, the reality of possibilities we can realize hand in hand, walking up the staircase of faith together. Yay. Excuse me. A river of truth. This is also obviously dedicated to Martin Luther King, and I'm afraid I'm going to cough and go.
You need some water? Here, you want some water?
Maybe. No, I don't know. I'm fine. I'm fine. I think I'll just start coughing on my water.
Woo!
A river of truth. His was a river of truth, inviting us to swim in truth, inviting us to wade through waters of truth, to stand in the waterfall of truth, and let truth wash down on us and drench us with veracity. Drench us with the waters of integrity until we are truly baptized in righteousness. Truth waits for us on the shore, washes up each day, bathes our feet as Mary bathed the feet of Jesus. Its waters flow through us, around us, and in us. Its depth is endless. We need only accept the waters of truth and remain washed in rivers of wisdom and love until the whole world is washed and renewed in truth. And I'll do one more. Okay, do I have time? One more short one?
Yes, short one.
Walk into grace. Each morning, step into sunshine. Light in your heart, grace in your spirit. Take one step into love, smile at wrong, that it may be made right. Forgive always as a baby cries in the night and cannot be comforted. Let daylight dispel her terror. Observe the birds. They feed in groups that all may be fed. They sing that they may find their companions for the day. They have forgotten rancor, for they are their song. Okay.
She'll be back to end the second half. She is.
So, who's
Is the
next?
kicker
Who's
offer
next?
and the closer, super new
Who's
closer,
next?
and the cursive writer and after him.
We'll see you later.
Moses after him.
You usually do this.
Thank you. Give him a round of applause and we get started. All right, keep it under 4. We're trying to do that. Everybody's beautiful in their own way.
All right, well, first of all, let me say, the next Tuesday, the first Tuesday of the month, it'll be GLR Trio and Clara Sue at the 1428 Cafe on 1428 8th Street. Be there, be square. open mic as well.
February 4th.
Yes.
Richard's new show.
Yes.
Yeah.
And secondly, just because you steal something doesn't mean you own it. This is still Indian country, and you live on a lonely land.
Yeah.
All right. I got to get through this because they're a little long. Since the trees came up, I have a couple old ones. Here's one. Dream of trees. Trees bend with wind to dance in place, strengthen their fiber. They stretch, bend in shapes malleable, healthy as trees should. They put on their show for those who see, mostly each other. Most oblivious to their rooted family, trees in the city lack individual character, bred for sameness, uniformity in buildings, people. Individuality always brings problems. Trees in countries, you know, the wild ones, have their individuality. These trees that put somewhere else are recognizable, but as their city cousins remain one-footed, grounded. During the night at dream time, trees twist themselves free of soil. Roots become tiny feet, allowing walk, dance. They travel in dreams to raise alarm. Trees tell us that they are too important for slaughter, fiber, paper, houses. You can no longer abuse. As they walk, dance, they drop their seeds to be fertilized to grow new forest around our disk of life. This is our last chance. Trees will continue to hold soil, take in carbon, give us breath, yield fruit. But abused by two-legged must cease. Fail to listen, you will remain breathless, wondering why the earth slips away beneath your feet, no longer fruit to be eaten. As I awoke, I am unclear. Was this my dream or the dream of trees?
Nice.
Thanks for the sins. Ah, yes, when lust hath conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bringeth forth death. James 1, verse 15, King James Version. Wow, sounds bleak. Of course it is. Life as one long sin until you die. Said to keep you in the fold forever, fearing for your almighty soul. So those who propel beliefs perpetrate their own control issues. Make them believe in souls. They'll baptize, kill them, send them to their sky god, or to other places designed for the rest of us in mind. Nuns of poverty pray rosary wherever they go, nuns of poverty pray rosaries wherever they go, rosaries on the muni, sanctifying Jesus, never questioning, approving the church's edict manifest, where women always follow the male, maybe not at all home, but in church, well. Besides, they're a cheap source of labor, while officials live lives like bind them to their beliefs. Hey, shit happens when they die. What makes things are all made from chaos. My God made me. My sky God made me. I believe, I don't believe. There is no God. I don't know. Must always wonder how many really believe behind closed doors. But in church, social functions, yes. This is not about control. Don't care if you believe in doorknobs, as the real deities you in the end will have to answer. Did any of us really think that we might be wrong? I wish I could be there, but then again, I doubt. It was Thomas I chose when confirmed in the Sky God Church, and I've never gone back to believing. Thank you for the doctrines of right to discovery. Thank you for the genocide of indigenous people around the world, Jews. Church likes to steal whatever it can. The ugly truth is where, in the Christian world, watch out for your language. Here, throughout the sordid church's history, from Rome to the 7 continents, and anything in between, even their sinning continues under guises of sanctifying. If aliens come, they'll have holy water tossed their way, baptizing them for the church and sky God. Bring them sin, save their souls, sins for the aliens.
Mose, and then it looks like Alexis? Alexis?
Yeah.
Alexis?
Yeah.
How do I say it?
Alexis?
Alexis. Okay, I want to make sure.
It's all good.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
All right.
We give Miles a round as he comes up, and then we got Alexis, and then Blue Jay, who has returned yet again. Which is rare.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, my name is Mose, M-O-S-E. My last name, I came up with a last name, Mose Betta. All right, that's my I'm not afraid to die. I just don't want to be there when it happens. That's Woody Allen. Yeah, you know, it reminds me of W.C. Fields. He said, for years and years, my lover and I were drinking and drinking and drinking. Unfortunately, I didn't have the courtesy to thank her. Wow, that was okay.
That's Woody Allen.
Yeah. All right. You know, so this man here declared mental illness is an illusion. He said, we're all fucked up. Therapists included, you know, we're all fucked up. He said, it's all, you know, mental illness is just bullshit, and meaning life is painful, you know. So here's this couple of things I wanted to read, because you have to know this, okay? And it saved my life. So, and I'm talking about saving my life because tonight's my anniversary of I almost died. So, okay, so yeah, I'm not. You think I'm no? You think I'm a bullshit? No. R.D. Lang, okay, that guy right there, an English psychiatrist. He said, mental illness is bullshit. You know, so good for him. Saved my life. They are playing a game. They are playing at not playing a game. If I show them I see they are, I shall break the rules, and they will punish me. I must play their game of not seeing I see the game. This one sentence kind of defines my life. Yeah, defines my life. One sentence. Isn't that cool? Define, you know, if you can have a life and it's defined, you know, this is going to be on my tombstone, you know, like, get a load of this one. He wrote it. I wanted it. God damn him. There is something the matter with me because I do not feel anything the matter with me. That's the fuck. But yeah, see, you clap for him, but jam, you know. So, well, so fuck you. So, here's to you, yeah. So, all right. Number 45, right? Number 45. So a Trump supporter walks into a bar. The bartender reads the hat and he says, "Thank God, now we can easily identify predators and con artists." Okay, when men say I love you, do they really mean please give me a blowjob? When women say I love you, do they really mean shut the fuck up so I can think? Just think about it. My ex-girlfriend introduced me to her new boyfriend, so I introduced her to my new gun. Yeah. talking about being pissed off. 2 minutes.
No, we're
done.
You're at 4.
Wow.
Can
That's
I,
like going back in time.
very quickly.
All right.
How I know she loves me. She shot me in the leg when she had the opportunity to shoot me in the head.
Yeah.
Bingo.
And that will be discussed in the friendship circle at the meeting. All right, give a round for Mose. Oh, Alexis, this is your first time here?
First time.
First timer!
That's a hell of an applause to come and follow, but at the same time, I've never loved a man so much that I would shoot him. I do live with my boyfriend, which is super great, and we just went on vacation with another couple, and they argued the entire time. The one thing we argued with is, are you as sick as Lilikoi as I am? Because if I have to drink one more Mai Tai, I'm gonna kill myself on this island. Like, 12 Mai Tais in, you start to hate them. It's bad. All right, guys. My name's Alexis. Thank you so much for having me here. You guys have such a lovely open mic, and it's such a pleasure to be here. My mom has birthed me, amazingly, 24 years ago. My mom got an Alexa 2 years ago. I am called Alexa every single day. Ask me how the weather is. I have no idea. Ask me to play you something. I have no musical talent. Guys, I did just come back from Hawaii, which was super nice. I'm not bragging or anything. I stayed with my friend's parents. Best thing about my whole vacation, 12-year-old Labrador Retriever named Bo, who'd bring you avocados every single day. Worst thing about Hawaii, a spider as big as my hand, first night escaped into a room. Oh! It turns out the next day they tried to go get it. It escaped into the house, and they said, "Oh, we're just not going to tell her," and they kept the door shut the entire time. I believed them all the time. I'm so terrified, you guys. I don't even like Spider-Man. That's how much I hate spiders. And it's absolutely outrageous. The entire time, my boyfriend's name is Freedom. He was born with that. Wasn't by choice. The entire time we were in Hawaii, people were asking us, "Oh, are you engaged? Are you guys on your honeymoon?" And we were saying, "No. We've been together for 2 years, and climate change will kill us all before we have the chance to get married." Everyone in Hawaii thought that was hysterical. All the tourists who were on vacation for their engagement and their honeymoon did not. Exactly. I was like, so sorry, guys, but the water levels don't care about that certificate. Super sorry about that, guys. I'm super in love, which is really nice. It's really awesome. It's even nicer when I get to get in a really deep conversation with someone. I can look at them and say, I have to go home to Freedom. They're like, "Oh, you're going home to your boyfriend." I'm like, "No, I'm getting out of this conversation." That just happens to be at home too, which is nice. You guys have heard of a dispensary, right? And it sells you weed? Let's try suspensaries. What do they sell you?
We don't know.
Exactly. Sorry, that's a new joke. I was just like, that seems like a good idea. So I wrote that one down. I'm a bartender, and I get the dumbest requests for things all the time, like a virgin martini. That is 3 ounces of booze. I've given you nothing. I've made this for you. Oh, you would like a virgin Long Island iced tea. How do I have you black out immediately? I used to make fun of the Long Island iced tea. It was made in 1972. That's 2 years before Watergate. I'd also want to black out if that was happening. There's now a new drink around. It's called an adios motherfucker. Do you guys know what that is? It's a stronger Long Island iced tea. Wow. And with how this government is, adios motherfuckers. We're looking for impeachment, and I'm going to impeach myself into a blackout. It's good. Guys, is anyone ready for the Super Bowl? Yeah. Okay.
I heard about that.
Do you guys want to know what my Super Bowl is?
What?
Who's going to the dog show?
Yeah.
Yeah! There is the Benched Dog Show here in San Francisco, you guys. It's a dog show, but you can go and pet all the dogs afterwards. Guys, it is ecstasy for 4 hours. You're just like, yeah. And then afterwards, people are like, "How's your day going?" And I'm like, "You could just kill me right now. I've seen the gates of heaven, and it's 14 golden retrievers that are super excited to meet me. You want to stab me? I got nothing left to live for. It's good." This year, my favorite dog is the Saint Bernard. I love them so much. They are the saints in my life, and there's 4 of them this year. So if I die, it's because I'm in that dog cuddle puddle, and I'm very, very excited to go. Guys, I'm gonna leave you with one. You guys have been super awesome. Thank you so much for having us here. You guys have such an amazing little spot, and it's absolutely incredible. Please tip the guy who was working here all of your money. He's crushing it, makes a delicious latte. I used to work in the coffee industry. I spilled hot water all over this hand once, spilled hot coffee all over this hand, and then someone called me fat, and it was the most evenly burned I've ever been in my entire life. Thank you so much, guys.
All right. Alexis!
Blue Jay.
Did they call me Blue Jay?
B-L-U-J-A-Y. Okay.
Blue Jay.
It reads Blue Jay.
Go to the next person
Okay,
and
the
then
next
we'll
one is
go
Guy.
Guy, our mini feature of the evening, Guy, come on up.
Yeah!
Guy, yeah!
And after Guy is Jeremy.
And after Guy, Jeremy. And he's getting a little extra time because he is the mini feature of the evening, so you know. He said he might.
No, I don't think so.
All right.
I thought since I'm the mini tonight, I would do 3 micros. And just from a craft standpoint, micro prose is generally under 500 words. Under 1,000 they generally call flash. But like Saul Bellows said, who cares what you call it, so long as it breathes. My first one is Tai Chi and galoshes. I'm up to my ears in winter, and this morning the neighbor's roof has a touch of frost. And as I do cloud hands on our roof deck, I'm thinking I could use some mittens till the chi kicks in. I've lived in the trees, under redwoods where sunlight did not go, where a yellow kitchen bulb illuminated that summer cabin all day. Moss on the bark, on the shingles of the slanted roof, a storybook house for a storybook life, where our son was born, where neighbors brought a stroller by with a kitten inside, where deer fed on grass and lived by the creek, a place we did not own, and never had we felt more free. This morning, doing Tai Chi on the roof in the light, the only trees are the palms bending in the breeze like sails on land. Me wearing galoshes in a pool of condensation deep enough for goldfish, for a Pisces to float, for the pink foliage of clouds colored by sunrise, fluttered by gulls. My hands going through their motions saying, be your own hero, lean into the wind, listen and lend. Be who you want to be, and you'll never be more free. This little micro is called Synonyms for Ghost. The log cabin houseboat had ghosts, mischievous, rascally. Once the bathroom door closed with no one in it, locked from the inside. Once the cuckoo clock slipped on its nail off the wall and fell to the floor. We were tired of that obnoxious reminder of the hour anyway, but we were renters, the place was furnished, and we had some explaining to do. Once the houseboat sank, a tiny pinprick hole appeared in the copper pipe under the sink when no one was home. Hot water filled the downstairs. Steam set off the smoke alarms. When the tide rose, the houseboat did not. Neighbors noticed, heard alarms. They knew wooden floor was ruined. In the master bedroom, a leak dripped over the bed that no one could ever fix. Landlords jimmied a drain pipe out of aluminum foil above the pillows that led to a test tube that we emptied every other day. At night, the houseboat moaned. Salty neighbors said our ramp needed grease. We knew better. We'd heard the stories of the Russian porn stars who once rented. One night we did our best to keep up, but round 3 began at 3 a.m. Are you kidding me? Forget about it. Phantoms, spirits, apparitions, specters, phantasms, haunts, spooks, sprites, shadow, shade. How to describe what possessed that floating cabin? Once the perfect word came to me, but vanished. We wondered what ghosts might we leave behind. These were prankster ghosts, sea otter-like, who lived for fun. They enjoyed their tricks. Aware of us, not threatened or threatening. Their presence felt, their meaning beyond grasp. Ghost riders themselves, invisibly inked. And I'd like to close with a little piece that I'm going to share. Actually, next week I'm going to be reading at Moondrop Productions in Oakland, which I'm pretty excited about. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to be here. But this one is called "Waiting for Results," and it was in my last chapbook, which is called "Edible Grace." Sitting in the sun on a patio made of stone, I open the dictionary and look up benign. It's already the most beautiful word in the English language, but with that silent G, that way of landing without ending, it sounds as if it alighted from another tongue, perhaps French, dropped in for a while and stayed. Some words do that. The original name for butterfly was flutterby. Holding the dictionary in my lap, I sip green tea, watch a monarch linger near the bottle brush tree. Butterflies have no mouths, but taste through their feet. Some moths never eat, subsisting on stored energy from their youthful larva days. These facts are new to me, the way the results of my labs will be. But whatever I've had for a while. Today, I'll just find out its name, which makes today different from yesterday. That and the way this butterfly now lights on my finger, wings gently pulsing, and then flutters away.
Jeremy, then Beth, then
Was that Gabby? Jeremy, Beth, Gabby.
Gabby or Ruby?
Gabby?
Oh, there he is. Uh-oh. Okay, people, hold on.
Look out.
Really?
I have a new book. It's my third book. If you like what I say, come holler at me. 10% of my book goes to Border Angels of the Bay Area for what's happening right now for the kids.
All right.
This piece I'm going to do is called White Lies. The job of every artist is to do two things. Make the comfortable uncomfortable and the disturbed comfortable.
Yeah.
So if you're uncomfortable, that's a good thing. I wonder, when I see a white woman in passing, why I smile, to let her know I come in peace. But a piece of my dignity dies, and every inch of my non-genuine crease, to let her know I am safe, that I mean no harm. I wonder if they can smell my fear like great white sharks can smell blood in the water. I wonder if they know they can make an orphan out of my daughter. I wonder if they know one white tear is worth my entire life. If my discomfort is slightly obvious. I wonder if they know the power of a little white lie. Little white lies have the power to separate neck from body, turn decadent limbs into strange fruit, leave family trees hanging on to words without any type of legal trial, make scarecrows out of black souls. I wonder why a chill goes down my spine if we share the same sidewalk and they grab their bag like I'm the big bad wolf. I wonder if they know how many black boys shaking their boots when a white girl cries wolf. Makes werewolves out of black skin. Hunted down by men with white masks and silver bullets who work as our judges, our policemen, our lawyers, and our doctors. How many nominations did Ava receive for the recreation of Central Park 5? I guess they see us once we win Emmys, not when we inmates. Or maybe it's all in my head. Maybe it's the San Francisco fog. I should just get out more often. But ever since Jordan Peele got us out of a sunken place, I've been seeing a lot more skin folk than ain't kinfolk. Now I'm the one walking around with mace, trying to breathe, stretch, shake, let it go. But I can't Harlem shake the fact that Emmett Till had to meet his maker before he ever had the chance to grow facial hair. And the woman who accused him of winking it, she went 6 full decades living that American dream. How many rose petals must be laid on the floor for Rapunzel, Amanda, for Caroline, or how many men with melanin gotta go 6 feet deep before we are on the endangered list? We must be kin of the black rhinoceros. But the irony of the ivory is the most hunted down Viagra pill in the black market is called Rhino.
Oh, jeez.
Which most men, white men, are responsible for purchasing, while their boner seem to last so much longer than our lifetimes. In French, la petite mort means mini death, which is ironic. In the US and Safari, they both hunt for sport. I've been a trophy on far too many walls, a notch in the belt of white girls who did not love my blackness but loved my black features, who loved the way my bow constricted, shedding old beliefs, hating family morals, but loved the way I pinned their body against dry paint like that was the only time they ever felt like a masterpiece. I wonder if my ancestor ever knelt before theirs and said, "Oh yes, massa," on bloody knees. I wonder why the most common pickup line is, "Damn, Jeremy, we'll make some cute-ass light-skinned kids." Why they want a weapon they have no idea how to wield? How come Goldilocks get to break and enter and still wave the victim flag? Well, the older I get, I understand now those 3 little bears. But the most important question worth asking is, how come Becky with the good hair, who ain't no damn good for me, make me smile and make my hair raise? I'm sorry, but I can't help but stare. Thank you.
All right.